Hello and welcome to another Cliff Reviews art house. This time I'm reviewing the film The Ballad of Wallis Island, directed by James Griffiths. This is one of those gentle British indie films that isn't going to offend anyone. It's pleasant, watchable, and it's quietly charming. It's the cinematic equivalent of a hand-knitted jumper, warm, slightly whimsical, but it's unlikely to stir any real excitement. The setup is promising: faded fame, lost love, and an unexpected reunion. It's the story of a washed-up folk singer, Herb, who's invited to a remote Welsh island by Charles, an eccentric, lottery-winning superfan who wants a private concert from his favourite band. But when Herb's former musical and romantic partner, Nell, unexpectedly arrives, the weekend becomes a quiet confrontation with the past. Kerry Mulligan plays Nell. She's a great actor, but I thought she was frustratingly underused. For me, it's this that brings the emotional complexity to the story, and I couldn't help feeling that the film missed a trick by sidelining her in favour of the rather drab, if amiable, Herb. Their dynamic doesn't feel like it fully develops, even though the script leans heavily into their shared story. Tim Key's performance as Charles is where most of the energy lies, but whether that's a good thing may depend on your tolerance for that certain type of awkward British humour. It's like he's playing a mix of Alan Partridge and Ricky Gervais, verbose, cringe-inducing, yet somehow endearing. At times his delivery is sharp and sad in equal measures, at others it just feels like the joke is wearing a bit thin. The music is a highlight. The original folk songs are played straight rather than satirised. They do add unexpected weight and sincerity. The landscape too lends a natural melancholy, windswept, isolated and softly cinematic. It frames the emotional themes well, even when the script doesn't quite land them. I really liked the setup of this film. It definitely starts promisingly, but somewhere along the way it runs out of steam. The final act doesn't so much build as it starts to drift, and what should have been a crescendo feels more like a shrug. Emotional beats are skimmed rather than really felt, and the narrative threads quietly unravel instead of really resolving. It left me feeling that it had a lot more to say but chose not to. Still, The Ballad of Wallis Island is perfectly inoffensive and occasionally moving. If you're in the mood for something gentle, slow and slightly sad, it may be just the thing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.